Brigitte of Brigitte's She Shed, and welcome to episode 19, Gone Knitting. Thank you very much for those of you that are watching me for the very first time. Welcome. And to those of you who are repeat viewers and subscribers, thank you so very much. I love you for giving up your time to come in and watch me as I share my love of all things fiber related in terms of knitting, crocheting. Eventually I'll get into some sewing, maybe some cross stitching. But thank you so very much. I know your time is valuable and precious, and I just appreciate you giving me your time. Today is Saturday, May 27th of 2023. It is Memorial Day weekend. I am coming to you from southern Arizona, which is in the United States. For those of you that are outside of the United States, it is around 9:30 in the morning, and it's about 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Yesterday it was a pretty warm day. For May, it was in the mid-90s, but it's really nice. Only thing is that everything's blooming and my allergies are running amok. So forgive me if you hear me sniffing. I may have to take a pause and blow my nose, but you know what? This is real life. And so we're going to experience real life here. Again, thank you so much for joining me. Everything that I talk about here in the episode will be in the show notes just below the video. You can either have a down arrow or have to click a more button depending on your device. If there's something there that I did not, if I mentioned something that is not there, please send me a message and I will get back to you. Many of you are commenting, and I love your comments. I try to respond as quickly as possible. If I haven't responded to your comment, send it to me again. Perhaps I missed it, but I try to stay pretty much on top of it because it's like I'm having a conversation since I don't have anyone here to knit with where I live. So it's nice I feel like you're in my she shed with me as we're conversing. Today is going to be I hate to say it, but long. I'm going to try to make it shorter, but it might be a long, episode. So grab yourself something to sip on. I have my water. I'm drinking lots and lots of water, and I'm feeling really good. So don't know how I'm looking, but I'm feeling good. How are you feeling out there? Lots been going on in the world, and I'm trying to find some joy and some peace, and knitting and chatting with you all gives me that joy and that peace. I posted a picture on Instagram for those of you that follow me on Instagram. If you don't, hint, skip on over there. And it was a picture of where I laid out all my project bags on for summer sock camp, and that I plan on knitting. And yes, so I said my bags are packed and I'm ready to go. I'm leaving, and I actually put the tune of Peter, Paul, and Mary leaving on a jet plane. With all these bags. So many of you have been wanting to know what's in the bags. So this episode will show what's in those bags, things that I plan on knitting. My plan is I don't have a plan. My goal is to knit as many pair of socks as I can, and whether that means I only knit one pair of socks or 10 pairs of socks, doesn't matter. I will just continue to knit as long as I'm enjoying it and it's bringing me peace and bringing me joy. All right. So that's what I'm going to do primarily today is go through those bags, show you what's in the bags, give you the name of that bag maker, uh, show you the yarn, show you the pattern. Um, I may end up eventually, when I start that project, I may change the pattern. Depends on how I feel when I get ready to start it. Will I start more than one at one time? I don't know yet. Depends on what hits me, how I'm feeling. So I'm flying by the seat of my needles, so to speak. Okay? Okay. Also, I have 3 finished objects to go over with you and show you. I'm so excited. 2 of them are test knits that I finished for patterns that are being released next month in June. And one is a surprise gift for a family member. So grab yourself something to sip on. And normally when I say sip, I am talking about stuff I've purchased and stuff I'm drinking. So grab your sip, grab your knitting, your crocheting, or whatever, and sit back. And let's start with the first bag. So what I did was I grouped the bags together by bag makers. And they're in no particular order, just from the fact that I just grouped them by bag makers, starting with the most bags that I had by, if I had by one specific bag maker. So I started that first and then moved on down the line. So that's what I'm going to do. So first off is this cute little bag here. It's the Charlie Brown bag. It's Charlie Brown and Buddies or something like that. And it is by 3 by the Sea. And 3 by the Sea is the first step of my bag makers. My favorite, well, they are by far my favorite, and I don't mind saying that. They are by far my favorite bag maker. It's 3 by the Sea. And in here I have yarn. I know I said I wasn't buying any yarn, but I saw this yarn on Twin Stitches Designs, Julianne, and I just had to buy it. It was just so pretty, and she was debating between which colors to knit for herself. And this yarn is by Ruby and Roses, and it was a sock set. Isn't that gorgeous? And it is so soft. Like I said, this is a new to me dyer. Ruby and Roses, and this colorway is Fresh Cut Flowers. And it is so plump. It's 85% superwash merino and 15% nylon, 437 yards on 100 grams. And oh, it's so soft. So my plans for this is I watch her podcast and I love it. Is by Nancy Wheeler, and this is her Tits Up sock. So I thought that would look beautiful out of this. And her Tits Up sock is a tribute to the, what is the show? The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. I have not watched that show, but I think I will. The name just really just cracked me up. So it's like, oh, I have to knit those. Plus, she is a wonderful knitter. Her podcast is Knits Sip Happy. And yes, Knit Sips Happy, which I'll link. And she has a wonderful podcast. And she's also featured in the 52, Volume 2, the 52 books, the 52 Socs, 52 Weeks of Socs. Oh my gosh. 52 Weeks of Socs book. She has a pattern featured in there. And when I saw that, she was talking about it on her channel, and I ordered the book and got the book. So that is bag number 1. Okay, bag number 2. Isn't that cute? The campfire and the s'mores. And since I'm at camp, what's more appropriate than s'mores and a campfire? So in here is some yarn that I've had for quite some time. And here is the yarn. Isn't that pretty? And I'm pairing it to do the contrasting heel, toes, and cuffs with this yarn here. Okay. So let me tell you about the yarn. The yarn, I just lost the label. Okay. The yarn is from Chicken Coop Dye Works, and I love her yarn. She's an indie dyer. This is on her foghorn base. Trying to get this to fold out so I can show it to you. There we go. And the colorway is shiplap rustica. And it's 464 yards. And these are all fingering weight yarns that I'll be showing you today. And it's 75, it's a 75-25 blend. Okay. And then the contrasting heels and toes is just from Knit Picks. I love Knit Picks yarns. It's very budget friendly. This is their Stroll, and this is the colorway Treasure. And this is also a 75-25 blend. And public service announcement. I just got an email this morning. Knit Picks is having a site-wide sale this weekend, only 20% off of everything on their site. So you might want to run over there. Pause this and run over there. Hopefully I will be able to get this up before the weekend is over. And hopefully by the weekend, they mean that it extends through Monday for meaning, you know, holiday weekend. But I don't know. It just said this weekend. And I just got the email this morning. So, okay. And what I plan on doing with this is making... which I love this pattern. I've made it several times. These are going to be probably for the hubs, I believe. And it's the String of Lights by Stitch, by Sock Witchery. And it's a really easy pattern to follow. If you've been knitting vanilla socks, if you're new to knitting, very beginner friendly. And if you're used to knitting vanilla socks, this is just a little bit of a challenge. I don't know, something's like, feels like it's inside here with me. It's rubbing my neck. A challenge. This is a good sock to advance to. Just enough to keep you interested, but not enough to make you want to pull your hair out. Okay, bag number 3 of the 3 by the Sea collection that I have. And a lot of these bags I've had for several years, so they may not even be available, but just go to their website and check out, you know, what they have. Because like I said, I've had these bags. I know this bag was from last summer, and this is from their seashell collection. Their bags are so well made, and that's why I love them. And it has a little, and you see that? A little shell. It's a progress keeper. Okay, so the yarn inside, 3 by the Sea started dyeing yarn last year. And this was some of their yarn that they dyed. And it was part of the seashell collection. Oh, it's kind of like attached. And I'll tell you what's going on with that in just a second. But here it is. This is the mini that came with the sock set. Doesn't that just scream beach? It does. It does. And it's so soft. So this is their 3 by the Sea hand-dyed yarn, and this what's their anniversary sock set, and it's a 75-25 blend, and it's called the main color was called She Sells Seashells. Okay, and then the mini was called Starfish. All right, so there was 463 yards for the main color and 92 yards of the mini. And I started a pair of socks when this came out with a different pattern. And I got not even halfway through, but I started working on it. And I think this was last July. And it just... nothing's wrong with the pattern. For some reason, it was just not bringing me joy. It's not what I wanted to knit. It was perfect for the yarn, but I just wasn't into the pattern. And so I was struggling with the pattern because not how it was written or anything, but just really it was me. So when I was going through my bags on what I was going to take to sock camp, I frogged it and said, no, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to make these. It's been sitting in this bag since July of last year. I'm not going to, it's too, and this yarn is just too beautiful to just sit here. So I frogged it back down to the cuff. So I said, well, I'm going to keep the cuff because I like the cuff. And I'm going to do something else with it. And so Kay of the Crazy Sock Lady was showing where she's been knitting her Rhineback Roomy socks. And I have that pattern. I've purchased that pattern and I've had it for quite some time. And it was like, why haven't I made those? And so here they are. And so that's what I'm going to make out of these Rhineback Roomies. And I'm feeling good about it. I'm feeling like this is what they want to be. Yeah, this is what they want to be. So what I may do is I may just actually, like I said, I'm not necessarily a monogamous knitter, I may actually start, since I already got the cuff done, just start working on the sock. I'm ready to go. Hey, all right. Are we having fun? What's on your needles? Have you packed your bags for summer camp? I gotta tell you this quick little story, just right in between showing you the bags. So I say to the hubs, I got all my bags all lined up. So I say to the hubs, I had them on the floor, and I'll insert a picture that I had posted on Instagram of the bags. So I say to the hubs, come into my room here, my she shed. And I said, see all those bags? And he says, yes. I says, okay. I says, with a very straight face, those are for summer sock camp. I says, and it starts on Friday, May 26th. And I says, and so I'm going to be gone to sock camp from May 26th until August 31st. You should have seen the look on his face. He's like, you're leaving? You're going to be, that's like 2 months, 3 months. You're going to be gone for 3 months? I started laughing. And so then I told, no, dear, I won't be leaving the house. I said, it's done virtually. I said, it's a make along. I said, where, I'm just going to be just knitting and posting what I'm making. And he goes, oh, okay. He really thought I was leaving and I was going to be gone. And he's like, well, okay. I guess we could get somebody to like come and water the plants. As though you're going with me to a knitting camp? Really? I mean, I love you, dear honey. You are so knitworthy, but no, if I really was going for 3 months, you're not going. Anyway, okay. Back to what's in my bags. I just had to share that. All right. Another favorite. This is has honeybees. I just love bees. First of all, they're so important to our environment as pollinators. And of course, I'm the ultimate queen bee, Brigitte bee, There's that other person who's famous for, I think she sings or dances and stuff, that she calls herself Queen Bee, but I'm the original Queen Bee. So inside this bag, oh, and there's a little, let's see if I can show it to you. A little bee progress keeper. So inside here is from out of her book, Colorwork Socks. And I love her patterns. Matter of fact, I have one on the needles right now. I've made one pair of socks already that I've shown on the podcast, called the coffee break socks. And then I've got another pair. I'm not going to tell you what the name of them are until I show them to you, but I'm so excited. And this is from her book, Colorworks Socks. Charlotte Stone of Stone Knits. And this one is called Blooming Lavender. Now, purple is my best friend. I love all things purple. And purple's first cousin, pink. And they're grandmother magenta. All right, so for the main color, I'm using this. Isn't that beautiful? You can see the speckles in there of green and purple, lavender, and there's some pink. And this is by, all of this I've gone stash diving for. So this came out of my stash. And this is by Yarnable. And this is from the March 22nd collection. And this is called Shenanigans. And it's on her plush sock base, which, say no more. But anyway, it's a 85-15 and it's so soft, and you get 437 yards. Yarnable is a box subscription, a monthly box subscription from Hypnotic Yarns. The dyer is Cheryl behind Hypnotic Yarns. I was a subscriber for about 3 years. I just recently stopped this year because I had made a plan to stop buying yarn so that I can use up what I have, because I have so much yarn. I did a big donation of yarn a few weeks ago, and I have more than a lifetime's worth of yarn, especially a lot of single skeins, because I love to knit socks, and I love to knit. At one time, I went through a one skein shawl phase, and but I love to knit socks. So I stopped my subscription for a while, only because of the fact that I need to try and knit down or crochet down what I have. But I highly recommend that you go and sign up with Cheryl. She releases memberships like quarterly, I believe. And so get on the list, and when she has new openings, she'll send you an email. But it is a great box subscription. The extras that you get are beautiful. You can get either fingering weight or DK weight. I signed up for the fingering, so check that out. So this is going to be the main color, and then the lilacs are going to be out of this beautiful lilac purple color here. And this is some mini skeins I had ordered from Creative Knitter a few years back, and this was one of, there were 20 gram minis, and this was one of the minis that was in there. And then the leaves are going to be out of this color, and this is called Fern Heather. That's the colorway, and it's with Cloudborn. It's their super twist. Get the name right. It's their Highland superwash sock twist. But sadly, which I have mentioned before in previous episodes, Cloudborn is no longer in business, but I have a lot of their yarn in my stash, so I'm using them up, and I was really sad to see them go. So this is going to be the leaves. So if you recall, this year I started a journey on learning color work. And before I advanced to a garment, I wanted to start off with some small circumferences. So I've been knitting color work Socs to learn how to do color work before I advance to like a garment. And I'll show in the future. I have some cute color work pullover sweaters that I want to make. Okay. Number 5. Mushrooms on parade. And there is, let's see if you can see it. Get it there. There's a cute little mushroom. Again, 3 by the Sea. And this was a project that I frogged. And if you don't know what frog means, you rip it out and rip it like frog makes. That's where the term comes from. So this yarn is another yarn from Hypnotic Yarns from Yarnable, and this was from April of 2022, and it was their Mermazing, and here it is here. It is amazing. Oh my gosh, it's so soft. And the cuff, I dyed with food coloring. And I actually have a video on my channel. If you go to the excuse me, if you go to my playlist, you'll see the video of me dyeing this yarn. So that's the cuff, or the contrasting. And I, again, started this out with another pattern, and I made the whole sock, one sock, and I was starting on the second sock, and I realized I made myself make that sock. And again, nothing wrong with the pattern. It is a great pattern. It's just I was not into it for some reason. And that was in last July. So I was starting, I guess what was going on, which now that I think about it, now that I'm talking to you, I was beginning to have my health issues, but I was unaware of my health issues. And I think that was the very beginning of my health issues, and it was affecting my knitting and the way I was responding to patterns. And so it's been sitting in this bag since last summer. And so I said, you know, I'm just going to start anew. And so I last week I ripped it all out. I said, I'm going to do something else. So what my plans are right now is I plan on doing another pair of Rhineback Roomies by the Crazy Sock Lady, or I'm open to something else. So if you see that beautiful yarn and you know of a pattern that you think that yarn would look beautiful for, let me know. Give me, tell me in the comments what you think. And anything else that I'm showing, if you see the yarn, and even though I said, okay, my plan is to make pattern XYZ, if you see I have another pattern that you think I might take a look at, drop me a line. Let me know. I'll take a look at it and see. Because maybe if I don't use it for that yarn, I might use it for another yarn that I have, since, you know, I have so much yarn that I need to get rid of in terms of knitting it up. All right? Okay. So, I need another sip. All right. This is 3 by the Sea, and this was from the fall. I call it their fall leaves, autumn bag. I don't know what sold me, the sunflowers, the leaves, or the polka dots. All of my favorites. And in here, and this had a shipping incident. Okay. I don't know. I was watching a podcast and they were advertising this, but I should just take it out of here. But anyway, the yarn here is, like I said, this is how it arrived. This looks good compared to how it arrived. This is Unique Sock Kit. And if you are familiar with Gigi Made It, that iconic orange lady, if not, you need to check her out on Instagram and on YouTube. This is a colorway that they made just for her, and it's called Orange with two G's. Come on, focus. Okay, I don't think it's gonna focus. There it goes. And she's her name is Gay, and she's a wonderful knitter. She just started knitting. I'm gonna say maybe a few years ago, not too long ago, maybe 10 years. I don't know. I could be wrong. Gay, I'm sorry if I'm wrong. But anyway, Earth Yarns, it makes this kit, and I have some other yarn by Earth. And one thing I like about Earth is that when you buy yarn, parts of the money that you use, when you purchase the yarn, they use to plant trees like in Africa. And I really like that, how they work towards giving back. And this is a 75-25 extra fine superwash merino and 25% nylon, but it comes already in 2 skeins already wound up for you, and each skein is 220 yards and they're 50 grams each. And I've never opened it, so let's open this baby up. And I've had this, I don't know, even when I bought this, it might be a year old. Now it's coming up on my camera like red, but it's not. It's a beautiful orange, rustic orange. So that sorry for the crinkle, but if you know it's crinkling, there's something good to come. So what I plan on making, wow, I've got needles in here already too. Wow, this is ready to go. So what I plan on making is the Magnolia Socks by Helen Stewart. She's also known as This Handmade Life, and she has a Handmade Sock Society and Curious Handmade. And this is one of the socks that was from one of the societies a couple of years ago, I believe. Yeah. The Curious Handmade Sock Society 2018. It says it right there. And that's what I plan to do with that yarn. And it has these cute little cables on there. And I've never knit cables on a sock. I've knit cables on a hat, but never, and on a scarf, but I've never knit cables on a sock, so we'll see. All right. Last but not least of the 3 by the Sea collection of bags, lemonade. That great refreshing drink. What's summer without a tall glass of lemonade? So this is a beautiful bag. I love it. And I have to try to show you the inside. Let me just show you the... Look at that. Look at those lemons. I mean, and all of their bags have beautiful interiors, but that just takes the cake. Okay, so what do we have in here? So I have a new release that came out last week. And I bought the yarn. And this is Waves in Paradise by Jennifer Ballou or Elendrea Knits. And the pattern comes with the 2 versions, the longer pair or the shorties. And so I was going to make the longer pair. And I had it, had the yarn and the pattern laying on the table, winding, had my winding station going. And the hub says, "Ooh, I like those. I like those shorties." I go, "You do?" And he goes, "Yeah, I like those colors." And the colors were all laid out there. And he goes, "I like those colors." And I said, "Okay." So I'm making shorties instead of the long pair for me. And then I'll see later about getting some more yarn to make another pair for me. But the yarn that was featured in here was by Moonglow Yarn Company. Now, as much as I love 3 by the Sea bags, I feel, my slip is showing. I feel the same way about Whitney with Moonglow Yarn Co. Oh my gosh, her yarn is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. She's an indie hand dyer. And the sock set is called Paradise Sock Set. The pattern is called Waves of Paradise. This sock set is called, and there's another dyer did another designer did another pattern as well. I don't think I have it available right now. That you can also use the sock set for. But and I don't know what she does to her 75-25, but it is so soft and her colors are to die for. I don't know all the colors, so I'm going to guess at some. But what what I will do though is I'll go on her website and she has them listed there so I can get the correct colors when I put them in the show notes. So forgive me if they're wrong right now. Forgive me, Whitney, if I'm just making up names. But the main color, this is brown sugar. Now I know that's right. Isn't that beautiful? So you've got brown sugar. And I think this is hibiscus. And then I think this is papaya. Okay, and then after that, you know, don't ask me. And then we've got these beautiful tealy ocean greens, seafoam greens. And I just dropped my balls. This is a friendly show. Hold on. There we go. So let's see if I can do this. I don't know if I can do this. Here we go. That is so gorgeous. So if I do a pair of shorties, I should have leftover brown sugar. And what I'll need to do is get some more minis. And I bought this sock set. I had to. It wasn't my fault. What do I do when these dyers make such beautiful yarn and colors, and these pattern designers come up with these fantastic patterns, and then they display them on Instagram with just beautiful staging. It's not my fault. I tried. So I look at this as my Mother's Day present because the Hubs did gift me with funds, and so I'm using those funds for yarn. So technically, I did not purchase these. These were a gift. Okay, isn't that beautiful? Oh, there's one more. One little guy hiding. So that's what I plan on doing with these. I don't know why. I have a hard time winding 20 grams on my winder. I have a bigger winder and they just never get that tight. Okay. So, do you need a break? You might need to take a break, huh? All right. That was what's in for 3 by the Sea. My next one, basket that I have, you know, hold on 1 minute. I think I'm going to grab that other pattern to show you that you can do with the Paradise sock set. Hold on, because I do want to showcase that pattern designer as well. So 1 moment, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So the socks that you can also use with that particular sock set from Moonglow, the Paradise sock set, it's called the I Have Confidence sock set. And it's by Christine, and she's, I believe, known as fiber in Fern, but I'll have the link below. But I just wanted to show you a picture. And these are adorable also. They have cute cables going down the sides. So that's another beautiful pattern that pairs very well with the Moonglow sock set. Okay. So now my next collection, which this is pretty good that I took a break to start the next collection. So the next collection of the project bags that I have, part of the grouping, is this is Bag Maker White Rose Fiber. Okay. And I have 2 bags. And these are from Knitty Natty, also known as, her podcast is Love and Stitches on YouTube. And she does a summer week-long of a sock make-along. And it used to be in coordination with Shark Week. But since now, I guess the filming and the release of Shark Week has changed, it's now moved. It's not the same during the same time period now. So like last year, it changed. So anyway, so she's decided to just pick a week in the summer and do Shark Week. If you go to her channel, she'll give you all the info on it. They just had a release on yesterday, on Friday, of the vendors. All of their products were available for purchase. They're probably sold out by the time you see this video. But anyway, this doesn't start until July, but I thought, what the heck? I'll get my bags packed for that as well. So these bags are from previous Shark Sock Week, or Sock Shark Week. Sock Shark Week. And these, isn't that beautiful? And I like this neat little handle one here. It's really nice. And it's white rose fiber. And the little progress keeper on the handle. Pretty scary. So in here, when I first started back knitting, about, what was that, 2010 or so, I think. And then I was knitting, and then I found these indie dyers. And so I ordered from this dyer, which you've seen previously other yarns I've had. But anyway, she was the first indie dyer that I purchased yarn from, and out of Canada. And that was Rose Robin with Rose Hill Yarn Company. There we go. And this colorway is called Candy Shop. And it came with a main color, and it was a sock set, and 3 little minis. Here it is. Oh, isn't it beautiful? It's so plushy. She's another one that I don't know what she does to the yarn. I know she massages the yarn or something, but it's a 75-25, but oh my gosh, it is so plumpy. And then here are the minis. Isn't that beautiful? Doesn't that just make you, it's called Candy Shop, but how can you not look at this and smile and just be happy? I don't know. I can't do it. So I had planned on doing a pair of vanilla socks with these because I just thought, you know what? I just want to just knit, 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 and not have to think about it. So that's what I have planned for that. It's just a pair of vanilla socks. Again, if you know of something else that might be just as beautiful with that, let me know. Okay. All right. So the next one that I have from White Rose Fiber is my pink sharks. That one there looks like dun dun. That's the from the movie Sharks. Okay. And in here, another one of my favorite designers, knitters, and podcasters, which it's so funny. I didn't realize how many of her patterns that I had not only have purchased, and that was another thing that I would said this year, I wasn't going to be purchasing patterns. I've had some gifts. I didn't realize how many of her items I had either in my queue or that I actually had purchased. And I was like, I really like her. And then I found, oh, she has not only on Instagram, but she also has a YouTube channel. So I subscribe to her channel. But anyway, it's Julianne of Twin Stitches Designs. And this is Heat Wave. And this is a pattern from last summer, a pair of shorties in collaboration with Moonglow Yarns, again with Whitney. And let's see, I think I can tell you the colors. So I think she lists the colors in the pattern. Yeah, she does. So, let me show you. And it was part of, last summer she had a Hello Summer Sock Club. And it was with, which I just love this logo with the cactus, me living in the desert. And it was with Twin Stitches and Moonglow. And again, Moonglow. And the name of the colorway is Desert Dream Sock Set. Okay, and it is 463 yards total. So the main color is Cottonwood Breeze. And this is such a beautiful color. I have more of this from another project. And it is just so beautiful. It's a nice neutral. It's like a color of, well, if you know what a cottonwood tree is. But like a cremini mushroom, almost. It's what it reminds me of, or a cottonwood tree. Not a fan of the cottonwood tree because they have a very extensive root system, and they can destroy your plumbing. So the city that I lived in California prior to coming to Arizona, you were not allowed to plant cottonwoods. And the old neighborhoods that had cottonwoods, they were going through and removing them. They're a beautiful tree, but again, they are water-seeking roots, and they get to they can travel quite a long distance looking for those plumbing pipes to try to get to the water. So it's beautiful. I digress. And then the next color is Silver Sage. That's pretty. And then we have Warm Cinnamon. Now these 20s, they wound up really nice and neat. I don't know what happened with that other one. Desert Rose. This is where my problem comes in. I have to kind of lay these out here. Okay, that must be Desert Rose. Okay, now that's that one. Desert Rose. Rose Gold. And Pink Sands. I think so. Yeah. I think this is Desert Rose. That's pretty. And then this is Rose Gold. I'm loving this. Rose is also a cousin of purple. And then Pink Sands. That's so pretty. And then the final color is Golden Hour. Isn't that pretty? So that makes up this desert sock set. Okay, so great pattern designer, easy to read, easy to follow patterns, just nice charts. I love it. Okay. That ends with the White Rose Fiber collection on the bags. The next collection I have is My Needle Crafts. That's the name of the bag maker here. And first one up. Isn't that beautiful? Because I live in the desert. I lived in the desert and when I lived in California, and then I moved to Arizona, which is clearly all desert. So this is really nice one sock bag. Okay, so in here I found this colorwork pattern. And it was gifted to me. It truly was a gift. And I thank you very much to the gift giver. You know who you are. It's by knitting pattern by Brianna Kovalvik. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. And it's called the Rosy Socks. And again, keeping with my colorwork theme. So these socks, I went stash diving. So there is a cornucopia of yarns here. So starting with this yarn, and I know I've had this yarn since 2016. I remember when I bought this yarn. And this is going to be the color of the rose petals. On the pattern, the rose petals were in like a red color for red roses. So I decided to do yellow roses. And I'm thinking I might just do these for my sister who lives in Texas, and Yellow Rose of Texas. So I'm thinking I might just do that. Depends on how, by the time I get to these, how well my color work is coming. And this is called, by company, Slinky Malinky. And the colorway is yellow, and it's 55 grams, 200 yards, and it has 50% superwash merino and 50% tinsel. And tinsel is like another form of like nylon. Okay. And then the leaves, of course, is going to be, again, I have more of the Cloudborn Highland twist in the Fern Heather. And again, Cloudborn fibers discontinued. They no longer are in business, but you might be able to find yarn maybe in a D-Stash or on eBay or on Amazon. And then the main color, they did white, but I didn't want white. I wanted to go with a off-white. And so this is just some undyed yarn that I have from Wool to Dye For. And this is their platinum sock base, which is a 75-25 base makeup. So this will be the main color, and then this will be the roses and the leaves. Okay. All right. I told you this is going to be a long episode. I warned you. All right. The last one that I have of, oh, didn't want to come out. The last one that I have of my Needle Crafts collection is this great bag. Actually, I've been tempted to use this as a purse, but here it is. And this is my Paris bag. It is very, very well made. It has a nice canvas bag, canvas bottom. Has a zipper and these great handles. But when you open it, it has a bar in here, so that when you open it, it really opens up like a big basket. Like, so when you're sitting down knitting, it's just so neat. So in here is another pattern by Twin Stitches Designs, Julianne, and another colorwork pattern, and it's called Mayflowers. And again, she teamed up with Moonglow Yarn Company to do to use the yarn for the pattern. But I went through my stash and to see what I could find that I had leftovers of Moon Glow, and to see how close I could maybe match some of these colors in here without having to buy more yarn. So I found this color for the dark main color, and I have more. I just spun off some, and I had originally purchased this for my shawlography shawl by Stephen West, and I started working on it, and it wasn't bringing me joy. And that's when I determined, after about clue 2 or 3, that I'm not a mystery person. Beautiful pattern, loved his tutorials, but I like knowing what I'm knitting, and it just wasn't doing it for me, so I frogged it. And this was one of the colors, and I don't remember what the color was on this. I'd have to look that up, and I'll look it up and see if I can find what this color was. I don't remember. I don't know. Maybe Whitney might be able to help me. I don't know. But anyway, that's the main color. And then I have some leftover from a sock set from Moonglow's Galentine sock set. And I don't know what this color is, but I'm using that for the dark color up here at the top. And then the next color is sort of like a light pink. Yeah. Where did that go? Yeah. Is that it? I think I'm missing a color. Oh no, that's right. Oh. I think I'm going to put this next. Yeah. So there's supposed to be like a light pink coming next. Actually, dude, here it is. And this was Petal from Cloudborn Fibers. So that'll be next. And then there's like a light lavender lilac color. So I have this color. And this was one of the minis from Creative Knitter. So that's going to be next. And then this color. Now we got it going. This was supposed to be like a darker pink, kind of variegated, but I chose this. And this color here, I actually won in a giveaway from Craft House Magic. Her name is Ellie, and she's in the UK. And I won 3 skeins. She's a pattern designer. She's a dyer, and she has a podcast, and I won a giveaway. I don't remember now exactly what it was, but I won 3 skeins of her yarn, and 3 different colors. And so I'm going to put that in there. And this one's called Strawberry Fields Forever. And Craft House Magic. So check her out. So this is a 4-ply, 365 meters, 80% superwash BFL, which I believe stands for Blue Face Luster, which I've never used that before. And 20% high nylon, and it's a high twist. So I won this maybe about 3 years ago, 2 to 3 years ago. It's been at least 2 years, I know. And so I thought that would look nice with this to go in place of this 3rd color here. So after the lilac, you would get this. And then the next color is green, and I do know this is called Olive Vine. This beautiful green. Again, this is another color from Moonglow Yarn Company. I had this for the shellography shawl that I did not complete. And that is going to go, that's the green. And then the final color, this very pink. I am using from this color here. Isn't that gorgeous? And this is from Sugar Plum Fairy, and this is To the Max Yarn Company. Now, To the Yarn Max Yarn Company has changed their name, and they are now known as Frankie Gray Fibers. This dyer is JOJI from the Grocery Girls, and when she originally started dyeing with her daughter Mackenzie, they started To the Max Yarn Company. Then I think it was like last year, they changed, and she started dyeing with one of her other daughters, and they changed the name, and they named the company after their cat, Frankie. And the company is now known as Frankie Gray Fibers. And it's beautiful yarn, whether it's To the Max or Frankie Gray. I love their yarn. I have quite a bit of their yarn in my stash. This is superwash, 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon, and 400 yards. Okay. So what you will end up with as, I don't know if I can do this because partly it's balls and whatnot. So you'll have this color, the main color, and then this very deep, almost magenta color, deep rose color, followed by the rose petal, then followed by the lilac. Oh, this is really fun. Followed by the strawberry fields. Uh, then the olivine. And then the sugar plum fairy. And it's a little hard to show. But anyway, that is the set that I'm going to use. I went stash diving. I was so proud of myself. I think I did a pretty good job. Because I did not want to have to buy any yarn, and I wanted to make those. And it's like, I have to have something in here that will work. Okay. So that completes the needlecrafts collection. And then the last 3 bags that I have are just single project bags. And like I said, all of these bags I've had for years. I think the newest bag that I have was the Charlie Brown bag by 3 by the Sea. But this cute little guy here, this is Bags by Awesome Grannies. And it has a cute little progress keeper on here, if I can get it to turn around. There we go. It says, I love knitting. I just love these knitting sheep. Doesn't get any better than that. I mean, my joy starts with the project bag, you know. Just looking at the bag makes me happy. And then, of course, the inside has polka dots. I'm a sucker for polka dots. All right. Okay. So, I'm so excited. Oh, gosh. And by doing that, you'll know what I mean. Okay. One of my favorite podcasters. She is an outstanding podcaster. And she was one of the podcasters that really kind of encouraged me into getting into this that I've been watching. And she's a fantastic teacher. She does classes all over for Vogue Knitting and all these other different venues. She designs. Denise with Earth Tones Girl. She has a great website. She does a blog. She has a YouTube channel. She has an Instagram. If you're not following her, you need to. I've learned so much from her, watching her videos. She is the one who put out the video on the shadow wrap short row heel that I use now for myself. Incredible. Well, anyway, she came out with, she teamed up with Woolens and Nosh. Is it Woolens or Wool? Woolens and Nosh. She teamed up with them over the fall and came out with Earth Tones Girl colorway. And I think it was called Falling Leaves. And I really, really, really wanted some. So when it hit the website and I went into both her website, to Earth Tones Girl's website, and Woolen and Nosh, sold out. And I don't blame them because it was beautiful. Then they did another pre-order, and I was out of town for the pre-order, so I missed that. So I missed out on that, and I said, well, okay, wasn't meant to be. Maybe they'll bring it back next fall. So then about a month or so ago, she did another collaboration with Woolen and Nosh. And this one's called So This Is Love. And I got it. OMG. It is beautiful. This is 90% Targhee. Is that what it is? Which I've never used before. Yes, 90% Targhee, 10% nylon. It's a 3-ply and 411 yards. And it came with a little mini. And Earth Tones Girl. There's the Woolen and Nosh logo. So this is a colorway made exclusively for Earth Tone girls. And then to go with this, Denise designed a pattern. And it's the Alacrity sock. I don't think I'm saying that right. And that means with brisk and cheerful readiness. And this is the sock. And it features this different type of heel. It's a Dutch heel. And she did it in both garter and in stockinette. And she has a tutorial in here for both of those. You can choose which way you want to do it. But this is the yarn. And this is how it will stripe up. It's self-striping. And so that is gorgeous. Okay. And then the next free-spirited bag that I have is not a part of a... I do have a collection of these bags, but for not a... Well, yeah, I do have a collection of these bags. Now that I think about it, I have quite a few. Anyway, the next bag up is this beautiful bag by JOJI and Company. And that's the beautiful designer, JOJI Locatelli. She's a beautiful knitwear designer and knitter. And she has a podcast. A few years back, she went into making accessories, bags, shoes, like hiking boots she has, purses, project bags, wallets, a variety of different things. So you'll have to check her out. And they're all handmade in Argentina. So again, I was lucky enough, my favorite color, purple, to get this bag because her stuff sells out immediately. The best way, you know, if you sign up for folks' email, and then you'll get notifications usually letting you know ahead of time when things are going to be released. So inside this bag, I also have a cute little notions pouch. And this is from, Cookies and Bees. And it's a cute little notion pouch. Cute little donuts in there. And I have no idea where this yarn came from, who the dye maker is, none whatsoever. And and I don't have it written down anywhere, and I can't find any tags or anything, which is so weird. So anyway, the socks that I'm doing is another Twin Stitches Designs, and it is called Scraptastic Socks. Now, another one of my goals besides doing color work is becoming scrappy. It's really hard for me to do scrappy. That's why this jar over here is still full of stuff. Because I need to have an order of things. I need to know what needs to come next. And I just can't just go in and just grab stuff. And maybe that's why I don't have any labels on this. Maybe that's why I threw away the labels. I don't know. But it was in this bag with this pattern. And so that's just odd. So anyway, here are the colors. There's this little guy. And the thing about it is they're hand wound into balls. I don't even remember doing this. Somebody's getting into my she shed and doing things. So there's this color. And this one. Isn't that pretty? I don't know. And there's this. This had to be some sort of mini set. Because they all play off of each other very well. Isn't that pretty? And then obviously I put this in here to be for the main color, which on here it's a dark color. But this is some, which I love this yarn. I don't know if they still make it. This is Premier Yarns, Deborah Norville. And this is in the color Soft White. And it is 50% superwash merino and 25% rayon made from bamboo and 25% nylon. And it's really soft. I have several skeins of this Deborah Norville. I think I got this at, it was either Joann's or Michael's years ago. So like I said, I don't even know if they still make it. Yeah, I have several other different skeins, different colors here in my stash. I love it. It makes really great socks, and it holds up really, really well. And I hate that. I'm going to have to look to see at Michael's and Joann's if they still carry this, because I would like to get some more of the soft white, because it's a nice creamy color to it, sort of like a undyed color, which works. I like using it. So that's what I had planned. And I don't know. So this pattern has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stripes, and I have 6. So the cuff is the same color as the mane. So I think I was going to do is maybe do the cuff in a as a stripe, and make the, yeah, that's what I think I was going to do, is do the cuff as a stripe, so I can incorporate all 6 colors. And then the soft white was going to be the mane. Again, no idea. No idea. Mystery yarn. Which is a first for me. I can't believe that. Me and this shirt are just having a moment here. Okay. All right. Last thing I'm taking to camp that I know of is in this bag that is made by a wonderful bag maker, prolific knitter, loves to knit socks, great podcaster, has a channel, has an Instagram account. Me. I know, what a shameless plug that was. Yes, I do make bags, and you may have seen this bag before in the past. I do make bags. Sometimes I made quite a few before I moved to Arizona. So like 5, 6 years ago, I made quite a few bags. And I still have fabric to make more. It's just finding the time. But this is my nautical lobster bag. There's lobsters and crabs on it. I do not sell them. I just make them for myself. And then the inside, I did a chevron pattern, and then it has pockets, several pockets on the inside, and I did the pockets in the stripe. It has pockets along the outside, so I can put things in. Okay, so this is my bag. All right, pattern that I have in here, it is another watermelon. It is another Twin Stitches Designs. It is watermelon socks. And I believe this was part of the last year, the summer sock set. And I did buy the set. And I think it was, again, I don't have the tags. Then if it was part of the summer sock set, then it should have been Moonglow Yarns. But I don't think it was. I don't remember who the yarn is by. I'm sorry. But anyway, I bought the sock set. I'm thinking it was Moonglow. And another great colorwork pattern, and I have them all separated by their colors. Really, Bridge? Yes. I knew it had to have been. Here it is. It was part of the summer, the Hello Summer Sock Club. And this was Moon Glow. And this was the Watermelon Sugar Minis. I hope that comes up okay. So, yes, I thought it was Moon Glow. I did have it here in one of my mini pockets. So, color 1 is for the rind. And that's called Fresh Off the Vine. Oh, it is so soft. And that does look like the rind of a watermelon. And then you have color 2 is the next color right next to the rind, that kind of lighter green. This is called Zest. It's like a medium green. And I have these in little baggies. And then color 3 is called Frozen Margarita. This is Frozen Margarita. And that's a light green as you're moving down the rind towards the meat of the watermelon. That's so pretty. I'd actually like to get a skein of this. I wonder, I'll have to check Whitney and see if that's available. And then color 4 is a light pink. Which is called Sugar Baby. Oh, I like that. I might have to get some of this. I hope she has more of this. Like I said, this is from last summer of 2022. So I don't know if, these colors are still available. Or even this set is still available. And then number 5 is a medium pink, which is called Watermelon Sugar. And that's pretty much the color of it. The camera's doing a good job with it. Okay. And then now we get to the heart of the watermelon. And this is called Deep Red Juicy. And it is very, very, very red. Let me bring it back some. It's coming a little more pink than what it is, but it is a deep red. It is. And then, of course, this is not a seedless watermelon sock set. There are seeds. And this is called Black Diamond. And this is the seeds. Okay. So that is my set. That concludes my bags for summer sock camp. Now, I will put a disclaimer. I may change up. I may add something. So if you see in the next podcast I'm working on something else and you go, hey, Bridge, that wasn't on your Gone Fishing episode? No. But again, my plans is I have no plans. My goal is to just to knit and enjoy. And so, whatever. And again, if you have any suggestions on some yarns that I've shown for our patterns or whatever, drop me a line. Let me know. All right. How we doing? We still hanging in there? Oh my gosh, I may have to separate this episode into a part 1 and part 2 because it's going to be really long. All right. So I do have some FOs. I was going to save it for another episode, but I need to... I'm so excited. I'm so excited to have some finished objects. So I just had to show them to you. All right. First up. But I'm not going to go into big details because you've seen these already. And I've talked about it. And I've talked about the yarn. So I'm not going to show you any yarn. Just show you the socks and what's in it. So on top, first, my Monstera test knit. Done. Ta-da! We've got 2 socks. Great pattern by Melia Knits. It is being released on in June. I don't know when, but you know, keep an eye out for it. Great pattern. I used discontinued yarn from Knit Crate. As far as I know, they're no longer in business. That was the green. It was their Vitalana Shimmers line. The colorway was called Tangles. I don't know from the light if you can kind of see the shimmers. And then the cream color is just some undyed yarn that I had the bare undyed from Wool to Dye For. But Monstera socks, look for them. They are done. I'm so proud of myself. These just look just fabulous, if I may say so. All right. Next up, finished object. Another test knit that I finished. These are the Stardust socks. Aren't they gorgeous? And these are by Northwoods Knit, Carly. And have these great baubles, which I'd never done baubles before. But in the pattern, she shows you how to make them. I won't tell you about it because I think the technique is really great. And it is a paid-for pattern. It's also to be released in June. Great color work. This is the cuff down version. There's a top up version. Some of the test knitters did some amazing things, reversing the order of things. It's a well-written pattern. It has a slip stitch heel on here. I normally don't wear a slip stitch heel eye of partridge, but for the test knit, I did it exactly according to the pattern so I could give her accurate feedback. Great pattern. Again, the yarn that I used is discontinued. It's the Cloudborn high twist in dark teal and Petal. And the last pair that I have finished object is my Oh Hello Shortie socks. And these I will be gifting to my daughter. And here they are. Great, great pattern. Very quick, easy to make. I love knitting shorties because they take no time at all. These are by Knit On Designs. Deb Buckingham is the designer. Very friendly, beginner-friendly pattern. If you can knit and you can purl, you can make these socks. It's just a step up from vanilla. Very easy pattern to memorize, and then you're on your way. The yarn that I used was from Rose Hill Yarns Robin. Rose Hill's yarn. The colorway is Blackberry Macaron. And it's beautiful. It's soft. It was a sock set, so it came with the mini for the that I used here on the cuff. This is cream color. And again, this was an Eye of Partridge heel. For Shortie, I kind of like this heel on a Shortie because it gives you a little bit more depth. And then again, the cuff and the heels was out of Lavender Heather, which is the discontinued yarn from Cloudborn Twist. I know I've seen where some people, not on my podcast, but in case you're interested, the sock blockers that I'm using, the metal ones, I got these from off of Amazon. They came with a kit of 3 sizes, small, medium, and large in a set. I will try and link them if I don't know if they're still available, but they're on Amazon. And then the blue plastic ones, these are acrylic, I guess, I got from Knit Picks, I believe. So you could check their website to see if they're on sale. Or I may have gotten them from Amazon. Either Knit Picks or Amazon. I checked them out, and especially if Knit Picks right now is having a 20% site sale. So, do you need sock blockers? No. I like them. I like the way they shape the socks. I like because I take pictures with the socks. So I like the way that they look for taking pictures. But no, you don't have to. You can just stick them on your foot. Your foot is a natural sock blocker. When you wash them, just lay them out flat. Now, once I wash these, wear them, and when I wash them, they will not go back on sock blockers to dry. I just hang them over. I have a little drying rack, and I hang them over the rack for them to dry. And then, like I said, once you stick your feet in them, they'll mold to your feet. But I do like the way they look when you're showing them on camera or taking pictures. So, makes me look a little professional. All right. Whips. What am I working on? Which is works in progress. Because it's summer sock camp, you can do whips are allowed. So I started this sock a couple of days ago. I'm so excited. It's called Why Are Flamingos Pink? And I love flamingos. I have them in my yard. I have them here in the she shed. Believe it or not, these are for the hubs. He wanted a pair of flamingo socks. So I finished turning the heel. It's a heel flap and gusset. So I'm working on the foot right now. And it has lots of strings. I can kind of tuck those in so you can see. So I did he likes a folded cuff. So instead of the rib cuff, I did a folded cuff. And Edible Thoughts makes, she does a fantastic job with she has a little recipe for this. And so I follow her. I'll put a link to that as well. And let me just write a note on that. to make sure that I include that in there. So that's the cuff that's here. And the colorways, flamingos are pink. The pattern's wire flamingos pink. And the colorway, this colorway is not pink because the hubs did not want to wear pink socks. But we went through my stash and we found something that he did like. So this colorway, before I show you the colorway, let me show you the full pattern. Again, another one of my very favorite colorwork designers. It's Stone Knits, Charlotte Stone. Why are flamingos pink? And this pattern actually comes with two patterns. One is the flamingo pattern, and the other one is one called Shrimpy. So I don't have plans yet to make the Shrimpy, but I see them in my knitting future. So the colorway that I used for the main color, it's attached to the ball. This is some Cascade Heritage sock that I had in my stash. And it's like a blue-green, and it is their number 5655, which is Como Blue. But it's like a blue-green. So that's what's in there. And instead of doing the flamingos in pink, we went through and found this beautiful coral-like color. And this is called Coral Conch. And it's from Pineapple Yarns. And sadly, I got an email this week, and Marina is the hand dyer behind Pineapple Yarns. She is closing her shop due to personal reasons, but she did leave the door open that perhaps sometime in the future she will pick back up with dyeing again. She dyes and she spins, and she makes such vibrant colors. I have several different skeins of her hand-dyed yarn, so I wish her well. I'm so sorry. She has a YouTube channel, so I had noticed that she hadn't posted anything in about 8 months. So I'm really sorry to hear that. I hope all is going well with you. I wish the best for you. I miss your yarn. She was having a sale this weekend. She's closing her shop. So the shop, I believe, is going to close Memorial Day. So anyway, it's Pineapple Yarns. And the color was Coral Conch. And it's a 75-25 blend and 463 yards. I forgot to show you this is from the Heritage. And the color number was 56-55. And the beak and the eye are black, which is just some Knit Picks Stroll black that I had in my stash. And then right around the beak, there's a little bit of white. It was supposed to be like an orange color there, but I kind of like the white since this is orangey enough. I didn't think that you would see that contrast. So then I just put a little white, and I looked at some of the photos that I have of some of the flamingos here in the house, and it's kind of white. So it's just some Knit Picks Stroll fingering in their white that I used for that. So I'm having a ball with it. I'm loving this sock pattern very, very much. So this is what I'm currently working on right now at camp. Okay. I'll keep you posted. I'll mail you a postcard from camp and let you know the shenanigans that I'm getting into while I'm at camp. Actually, I thought that was I was going to do that actually to my kids. I was going to get some postcards and say, you know, having a ball at camp, love mom, and send and send it to them. They probably think this woman has lost her mind. These are being housed in a 3 by the Sea bag, and it's got all kinds of desserts. And there's a teapot, which I love teas. And I think these are macaroons, which I've never had one. I need to, what do they taste like? I don't know. I'm not a big sweet eater, so I don't know. So this is what's happening. I don't have anything else. I have some other things to share with you, but I'll share those later on. Once I get started on them after I'm done with camp. And I think that's going to do it. It's been long enough. I think this thing is like 2 hours long. So enjoy yourself. I enjoyed myself. I had a ball. This was great. Comments are welcome. Likes are welcome. Subscribers, always welcome. You are, everyone, you're always welcome to be here. I enjoy you very, very much. Have a wonderful Memorial Day weekend if you're celebrating here in the States. Stay safe. For those of you that are outside of the States, again, stay safe. I love you so very, very much. And be blessed. And until next time. Bye-bye.